What is going on, everybody? This is Aged Out Reacts with the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast, Mike Fantini and
Evan Worrell.
And today we continue our journey through the 2021 drum corps drum lines. We're doing Bluecoats today, but before we get into that, let's knock out some administrative things, if you want to call them that first. Subscribe, comment, like, share, all that stuff helps the channel grow. Check out the podcast on podcast services, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all the major ones. It's right there, easy to listen to on the go. Check out LoneStarPercussion.com. Use the discount code AgedOut. Save yourself $10 on any order of $50 or more. Everybody wins. Patreon.com/AgedOutPodcast if you want to support us financially with as little as $1 a month. Trying to get new equipment, but we still appreciate your viewership, even if you choose not to. It's all good. We love everybody. Let's see. I think I got it all.
We do have a big podcast guest coming up that we're scheduled to record with on the 7th. So that's exciting.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that. We're not going to announce who it is yet, but we will soon here. So now that all that's out of the way, I'm ready to watch some Bluecoats.
Let's go. The Blue Crew.
Yep. Uniforms looking like an acid trip. Oh, channel belongs to NF Lang. I think it's Nick Lang. What's the channel name? Hold on. It is Nick Langer. Thank you, sir. Go subscribe. He has a lot of drum corps, drumming, marching, percussion content. Thanks for providing us the video to react to, and here we go. Ooh. What
tough.
rhythm?
Those rough re-entries. It's like it's almost like a freaking Rhythmic.
I don't even know what rhythm that was. I want to hear that again real quick. That's cool. Already like the writing. But there's very few Raric books that I haven't liked, so.
Personal double.
Love the bass tuning too. And kudos to the awesome audio recording equipment. That bass line sounds great.
Yeah, especially through the headphones.
Yes, sir. Alright, I want to back up because the snares just played a decrescendo roll that takes a lot of control. I didn't catch the rhythm though because I was talking.
I would say that
that was like a inverted roll, wasn't it? Like
might
the
have
sticking
been jelly roll.
Yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I do think that Raric has some really cool rhythmic interp and like just spatial things that he does. Opens up a lot of that stuff's very challenging.
Yeah, he's very good at that. That space is hard. Hand speed changes, hand pressure changes, rhythmic difficulty. It's got it all. Nice control at the edge. That dude is so good at snare drum.
Yeah, he really is.
He's if you've ever seen any of his like solo playing, Zach DeSwanky or whatever his nickname is, incredible, phenomenal player.
Dude, these bass,
Oh, just getting me right in the chest. Oh,
I'll take that with a grain of salt because of this form.
I took the words right out of my mouth.
This is not. There's not really any great way to record an arc.
No.
Unless you're like sitting where Roger is right now.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, the Bluecoats Drumline is always one of the top drum lines every summer and has been for a while now. But I gotta say, their bass line never ceases to impress me. Every single time that I watch them, every year. Like, the tuning's always great, the playing's great, the writing's cool. Like, they're just consistently awesome.
They have some of the more nutty bass splits out there every year. Just stuff that you're just like, wow, I can't believe people could do this. I was actually talking about this bass line. I saw something on Instagram and I sent it to my buddy. He's like, could you imagine if you sent this video back in time to someone like 20, 25 years ago? They'd be like, what the hell is going on?
They would have no clue because it's just a whole different ball game and universe now.
It's evolved so much.
Yep. All right, please get out of this form. All right, I'll take
There
it.
you go.
Is this the feature?
Yeah.
It is. Ooh, nice. I love the shot at the end of that.
This is not my favorite part of the show.
No, it wasn't for me either. It's cool. There were other parts I liked more.
Well, like they did like the augmented sound where they were like doing the pitch bending with the snare playing and stuff through the mics, but I don't know. I wasn't a fan.
There's a lot of space in the snare solo. A lot of re-entries. It's hard for sure, and I want to pause and point out this is not finals. Obviously, based on the background, it was the Akron show. I don't know how long they had still in the season after that. The video was uploaded on August 10th, so I would assume
know when it was taken though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it might have been recorded 2 days prior, 3 days prior. So somebody let us know in the comments, like when was the Akron show, so we can kind of gauge how much time they had left to clean. Quad drum wave.
So tasty.
So good. Oh. Woo-hoo. Thank you.
That was a good roll.
Oh yeah. I love this phrase.
Dude, this is so groovy. It's just in there, in the pocket.
This is my favorite phrase we've heard so far in this video. Typical Bluecoats vocals.
Joe Woody.
Dude, that vocal's gonna be in a Bluecoats Drumline for the rest of eternity.
I hope so. Started by Rhythmic, 2011.
Facts. I'm gonna back up because that was really good, and I wasn't paying close enough attention.
You made the comment before we started about the drums, and I agree.
Go ahead.
You made the comment before we started about the drums, and I agree. The tuning on the snares is just a little low for my taste.
I mean, it's been low for both of our tastes for a few years now. The quad tuning sounds great. Bass tuning sounds great.
Yeah. The snare voicing almost bleeds into the tenors, like you lose it.
Yep. A little too low for us, but what do we know? There's so much rhythmic variety through this whole thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
The metric changes are it's like not
you never get
quick
bored.
enough that it's not quick enough that you can't tell what's going on, but the variety is definitely continuously moving.
You just never know what's going to happen next. And I love it's just intriguing. It always keeps you engaged.
Ooh. Dude, the muffling. Ooh.
Oh. I think the bass line was the best section of the battery this summer.
I would agree with that.
Our sample size is small, but from this video, it's what it looks like so far. Again, not going to comment on clarity. Awful arc.
That's cool.
This whole book grooves, man. And I can't tell if it's the writing or it's because you have the drum set grooving with it. I almost would want to hear it without the drum set just to see like if it still grooves as hard or if we're just being kind of fooled. Was that a 4 for 3 roll? See, you just never know. Ooh. Woo.
Yes.
Ooh, love the tap 5s at the end of that quad phrase.
Ooh, I love that too.
That was so well done. Hold on. I'm going to rewind and pay attention to the basses layering on top of that snare phrase as it builds.
I love those like 9 strokes and those accents.
Yeah.
Or 7 strokes, I guess.
We get to hear it all again. This phrase layers really well. Wait for the bass entrance. Yep.
Yes, sir.
That vocal where they, or not vocal, visual where they went up for that shot and like whipped it, that was really cool.
Rudy taking the phone call. Dude, this book seems like it's very comfortable to play.
Oh yeah, I bet it feels great in the hands, at least from a snare drum perspective.
Check it out, check it out. That's cool. Check it out.
Awesome. Oh, we have more. Sweet.
Oh.
There's so many reattacks in all this writing. It's so hard.
Yes. Dude, that subtlety of that buzz roll release, like on the bottom, bass drum.
Oh, that's hard. Ooh. There's that rhythm again. Rarick's another one of those guys that I feel like has some, I don't want to call it a motif, but if you go back and look through a lot of his books, there's always like something that keeps coming back up, whether it's like a certain rhythm, and Mike Jackson does that a lot. And his I would call motifs, but Rarick does it, I think, a little more subtly.
Like a callback.
Yeah.
Or motif.
Whatever. God, the bass line's so good.
Oof. Yeah.
That bass line's so good.
I think, especially like going back to 2015, I feel like that's when I really started to notice it as much. The arranging and the arrangements of the books were just so pleasing and tasty and enjoyable to listen to. I'm still waiting personally. I want Bluecoats, like they're like one of the groups that I want to see like win a drum trophy. There's like 3 groups right now that I want to see win drum trophies that just haven't.
Yep.
So be like them and Crown and like Boston.
Yeah.
That like just waiting for them to break the seal and like be undeniably the cleanest. Which
I can't believe Bluecoats have not won one yet. Like they've
I
been
can
so
believe
good.
but
Like they've been so good in so many different years, and it's like Whether you want to call it politics, whether you want to say somebody else just happened to be also incredible, I don't know. It has to happen. One of those three has to win the drum trophy at some point soon.
Yeah, it's coming.
I mean, Paul Rennick probably has something to say about that, so we'll see. So, yeah. All right, well, that was cool. I have not watched a ton of them this season from this past summer. This is one of the handful of videos I've watched at this point. Dug the book. We said we weren't super fans of the snare tuning, but we really haven't been. It works for him. Basses are incredible. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yep. I still feel justified in my Boston Fred Sanford, though.
Yep, me too. They were still the best. So, again, social media, podcast services, LoneStarPercussion.com, code aged out. Yeah, I'm not going to reiterate. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you in the next one as we continue our journey through the 2021 Drumlines.
Peace.